In this how-to tutorial, we're going to show you how to install Microsoft Windows 8 using Boot Camp on the new MacBook. Let's get to it. Go to the Windows Microsoft website and purchase an ISO. Once you've purchased the ISO, you're also going to need a USB flash drive. So make sure you get a USB flash drive that's at least 16 gigs or more. And basically all you're going to do is you're going to put the ISO on this flash drive here, and essentially that's how you're going to install Windows 8 on your new MacBook. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to use Boot Camp, which is our software that I showed you earlier. We're going to use this to basically take that ISO, go through Boot Camp Assistant, put it on here, then we're going to use this USB drive to essentially install Windows. So let's get to it. Click continue. You're going to want to create a Windows 8 or later install disk. Here it says you need a USB flash drive to install it. Windows 8 or later ISO. So remember, go to Microsoft and get yourself an ISO image. So once you get that, click continue, and it says there's no drive to continue. So you're going to want to actually plug your new USB drive into your little dongle here. So don't forget that your MacBook doesn't support normal USB. Well, it supports USB-C, but nobody really uses that. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to use this one first here. Plug that in. And yeah, it's actually kind of a snug fit. There we go. So once that's plugged in, click OK. Continue. And then it's going to automatically grab your ISO and see how it says General USB Flash Disk Media. That's what you're going to use because that's the flash drive. So we're going to go ahead and do. And remember, this is going to erase everything off the flash drive. So you're going to want to make sure that if you have anything on your flash drive, you want to back it up to your computer system first. So we're going to go ahead and continue. Selected drive will be erased and all data on it will be lost. Continue. Alright, so basically this starts the process here. The nice thing about Boot Camp is that it's going to give you all the drivers you need to make sure this computer works. So it's not just going to take the ISO, it's going to actually go to Apple. It's going to get the specific drivers to make this thing run really well. Because the MacBook, it doesn't just need the operating system, it needs more than that. It's just asking for your password. So in this area, what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to move this around. If you want more window space, that's where you're going to put it. If you want more OS X space, you're going to move it this way to make it smaller. And if you want more windows, you're going to move windows to make it bigger. Then click install. It starts to partition it right over here, and you're going to basically make it. Alrighty, so here we have it restarting, and basically what it's doing is it's trying to boot up Windows for the first time via the ISO. So now it's ready. So if you take a look here, it shows Windows, and it's talking about your language and all that kind of good stuff. So what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to just click next, because probably most of us speak English. And once we're here, you click next again, you accept the end user license agreement, because you can't go forward if you don't. Then see where it says your Boot Camp partition, the very bottom there? That's the original Boot Camp partition that you made while you were inside OS X. You're going to want to select that, and you're going to want to delete it. So once you selected it and you delete it, you're going to be able to format it. You can just click format, or you can click delete. It doesn't really matter which one you click on first, but I'm probably just going to format it and then, or delete it first, either way. And then I'll just basically, I'll click new, and then I'll install it right onto that. But the nice thing is you have that little partition, that Boot Camp partition set away, and you're going to be utilizing that to put Windows on it. So let's go ahead and make this work. All right, we're formatting it, and now we can click next. So there you can see it says copying windows. So remember that ISO that we had, that is what we're actually getting Windows from. And so now it's grabbing Windows from the ISO and it's going to be installing it. Keep in mind, this is a very lengthy process. Like, to get all of this done could take you like 2 to 3 hours. And I've sped up a lot of the parts of the video. And there you go. And I've sped up that part right there. Saved you a good 45 minutes of watching that whole thing there. So yeah, now it's pretty much done installing. You're gonna see it's gonna pop up with like a little menu here. You're gonna be able to customize your windows in just a second here. Alright, so I go ahead and I'm gonna choose the red there because I'm a big fan of the red. So let me see here. And you guys can choose kind of whatever you want, it's up to you. Alrighty, and then now it's gonna try to boot into Windows here. But yeah, I'll be skipping more of these parts. I try not to skip them too much because you guys need to actually see the steps so you know if you're doing it correctly or not. So you're going to want to press the bottom icon there that says desktop. And right off the bat, what you're going to notice is that there really isn't any internet and there really isn't anything that's going to be working correctly, which is really crappy. But this is why you guys are watching this video. But yeah, like as you can see, it is the actual MacBook. I do have the USB drive plugged in, and we're going to go ahead and try to get this working. So the drivers, which are not going to be properly working, are like going to be like the trackpad is not going to be feeling right. Some keys aren't going to be working. Like the volume keys, watch this, I'm going to be pressing the volume keys, they don't actually respond at all. So the audio driver hasn't been installed. The keys will not be glowing because the software for the keys hasn't been installed either. So it's supposed to do this automatically, but lately it's been having some issues. So what you're going to do is you're going to plug in your USB drive again, because I think I unplugged it earlier, which was stupid of me. But you're going to plug in your USB drive, and you're actually going to access the driver installation files right on there. But before we do that, we're going to go ahead and we're going to tweak the screen resolution because everything's kind of screwed up right now. So what you're going to want to do, you want to make the text larger. It doesn't make it that much larger in Windows because, I don't know, Windows, they never really did a good job with scaling. So I made it a little bit larger so now you can see the folders a little bit better. It just makes it easier to move around and that kind of thing. So I highly recommend you do that. So now what we're going to do, we're going to plug that USB drive in again, and we're going to access those driver files that we're going to be missing. Because right now we don't even have the internet driver, and that's really, really bad. You're definitely going to want that. So there we go, I have that plugged in. See where it says Windows Install, that's the USB drive. We're going to go click on Boot Camp, and then we're going to click on Setup. So in this folder here, this is all the drivers. You can click on those individually, but you don't need to. Just click on the Setup icon there right below. Double click on it. It's going to ask you if you want to do this. You're going to say yes. I don't know why Windows asks you that kind of question. It's stupid. But you want to click yes, and then you also want to click change the way that's displayed and click never notify because you don't want it to keep asking you if you want to do something. You just want to do it. So you double click on that icon and you click next, you click accept. And now what it's doing is it's taking those drivers and it's unpacking them and it's getting them ready for installation. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to speed this up a little bit here. Yeah, when you're ready, just go to the next part here. Okay, now it's almost done. That part will take a good 15 minutes or so, maybe a little less. Also, it wants you to restart the computer. I don't think you have to, but you can if you want. I guess in this case, in this scenario, I just did it anyway. So go ahead and restart, and I'll show you how fast it is. It's actually pretty fast. Um, yeah, I just sped that part up too, though. But yeah. So we're gonna go ahead, and there's one more final thing we're gonna do. Um, so the drivers should all be working now, which is a really good thing. I'm going to want to show you guys something that's really important here. And that's basically um, some programs you're going to want to get installed. So as you can see, there's the graphics driver in the top left there. It appeared. You don't really need that there, but whatever, it's just there. Let's take a look here. Let's see. So as you can see, the sound works now. The sound works really well. The keys are going to be glowing. Pretty much everything you need to run this is going to finally be working. Like the internet is going to actually work now. Because earlier the internet was not working. And now you can actually see, you can choose the Wi-Fi network adapter, which is good. So you click on that. You're going to want to go to whichever network you're in and then blah, blah, blah. And go ahead and type in the password and connect. Alright, so once you're connected, you want to go online and you want to go to Ninite. So Ninite is basically like a really awesome website that allows you to bundle a bunch of very useful applications. Um, and the reason that's good is because you're not going to have to go all over the place finding applications for your new computer. Like for instance, this crappy Microsoft browser, Explorer or whatever, you don't want this. So I typed in Ninite, you go to the Ninite website, and you're going to want to select the Chrome browser and then see where it says WinRAR. You're going to click on that too. Skype if you need that. I mean, just go through this list, and if you feel like you need some of these items like the iTunes or the VLC. VLC is a media player. CCP, that's a codec that allows you to watch any types of videos that have weird extensions. You're going to want QuickTime 2 maybe. Then Shockwave, Air, Silverlight, Net, and Java. Those are all runtimes. You're going to need those for special programs that you might run. Like if you're going to play Minecraft or something, you're going to need Java. And certain games need .NET Framework. Then I click on Open Office because it's really useful. Qubit Torrent is for torrenting and sharing stuff. Then Classic Start on the bottom right there. That's going to change your Start button to the Start button you're actually going to want. Because right now, if you click on the Start button, it's just going to it's literally going to take you to like the goddamn Metro UI, which is really, really bad, and you don't want that. But take a look again at some of the ones that I clicked on. Chrome, WinRAR, we got Skype, we got VLC, CCCP, QuickTime. We got the run. You want all the runtimes. It's really useful because sometimes you run a program and you just can't run it. But yeah, the Classic Start, I'm going to take that Start button and make it better. And then obviously Steam, because I know a lot of you guys are probably going to be playing some games on here. So it takes all those programs and puts it into one installer, which is exactly what you want. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to click on that. Let's see here. As you can see, they're all getting installed here in one install file. That's going to save you boatloads of time because eventually you're going to get these programs one way or another. You might as well just get them now. Alright, so that's pretty much everything. Keep in mind, this is a pretty lengthy process. It does take a while. If you guys have any questions at all about how this works, don't hesitate to ask. I do ask that please just subscribe if you haven't already. I'm trying to reach 1,000 subscribers so I can help you guys out more. And if you like the video, it really helps me out, so don't forget to do that. And yeah, I really do appreciate you guys watching. Thanks, and yeah, cheers.